guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Winnie and I talk on all things relationship, marriage and faith. So if it's your first time on my channel and you are interested, please do subscribe. Click on the bell icon so you won't miss out anytime I upload a new content. I make new videos every week. And to all my subscribers, especially to my new subscribers, Happy New Year! Welcome to Winnie's Corner. Thank you for being part of the vision. And to all my old subscribers, thank you guys. Thank you. You guys know that I can never stop. Thank you guys for trusting in the things I have to share on Winnie's Corner and trusting in this vision that I have. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you all so much. So today I'm going to talk on why women stay in abusive relationships. Yeah, why most women stay in abusive relationships. So let's get started. It is important for us to understand certain things. Sometimes it's so easy for us to judge people. When we hear that someone is in an abusive relationship, the first thing you say is, why can't she come out? What is she doing there? Just things, because you don't understand. So, today I'm here to share with you some of the reasons I think women stay in abusive relationship. So that if you are in a situation where you have someone in an abusive relationship, you will know what they are thinking, what they are processing, and how exactly to come in to help them. When I'm sharing these reasons why I think women stay in abusive relationship, I'm not saying that they should stay in the abusive relationship. Of course not. What I'm trying to say is that the reasons why they can't come out easily is why they cannot come out. Like, you look at the reason for something, then you know how to handle that thing. So that's why I'm bringing this video today, so that it will help us, give us insights on abusive relationships. The first reason is fear. Most times, people in abusive relationships have been told that if they say anything or if they try to leave, they will be killed. A lot of women have died as a result of being in an abusive relationship. So someone that is in an abusive relationship and has seen another woman die in because she attempted to leave her abuser, she will say, oh, it's better for me to be alive and stay than to want to leave and be free and die. So they will choose to be in that relationship and leave be alive than to live and die. And most cases is because the abuser doesn't want to let go of the control they have over them, because they have control over them, because that controlling that person makes them feel good. Being in charge makes them feel good. So if the person leaves them, it's like their life has come to an end, because they too are dealing with issues that has made them to become abusive. So it's because of this that most women will not want to come out, because they are afraid that their abusers might kill them, because many women have died because they tried to leave. So think about it. Would someone just want to listen to you and say, when you say leave, and when they know that their life is not safe, even if it's the mother or father of the abused person that says that leave, it's hard, because they need to be resources. One needs to be able to prove to them that they will be safe after leaving. Then that's when they can be courageous to leave. But that is one of the reasons why most women do not leave their abusers, because of fear of them be killed by their abusers. The third thing I'm going to share is money or lack of resources. Most times, women, they can't leave their abusers because they don't have any money. Let me give you this scenario. Think of a woman with 5 children. She doesn't work. She doesn't do anything. She's at home. She's been abused emotionally and physically. And she has 5 kids. She doesn't have any source of income. Maybe she doesn't even have parents. Maybe she doesn't even have anyone to run to. She's all alone. And then she asks herself, if I leave my husband with these 5 children, where do I start? They don't have anyone to run to anything. So sometimes just thinking about that makes them to want to stay. Sometimes they are thinking like, if I leave, my children will suffer. If I leave, where are we going to stay? If I leave, my children will be able to go to school. So sometimes they stay so that their children can go to school and their children can be able to feed or be being taken care of. If they are in a situation where their husband is the one that gives them everything, like they don't have anything to run to, it's hard for them to live, because how are they going to start? The world is hard, we know. And with such women, you really need to put resources involved. You really need to be able to provide them with resources for them to see that, oh, if I leave my abuser, my children can feed, my children can go to school, my children can do this, my children can do that, and I can also start somewhere. So you need to give them hope and assurance that if they leave, they won't suffer or die of hunger. So, and that's why most times I say that it's very important for us women that when we are getting married to a man, it's good that we work. It's good that you earn money. It's good that you have a skill. It's good that you invest in yourself. Because if in the future your relationship or marriage tends to be abusive, then you have something to run to. You know that if you leave that man, you will get a job. You know that if you can do this with yourself. You know that this is my skill. This is what I can do. Most of those women, they don't have anything like to do. So lack of money and resources is one of the reasons why they decide to stay with the abuser. I was actually reading an article that was written. Someone carried out a research on why abusers stay with the abusers, mostly women. And this money thing came as first. The lack of money. It's very important. You might not understand because it's not you, but try to put yourself in the other person's shoe. That is what goes through in their head. And if you need to help them, you need to understand what they're thinking and know exactly how to come in and help them. So in such a situation, you'll be like, you give them a big amount of money and maybe tell them, say, I will send your kids to school. Don't worry. You are saving them from them. You are saving them. Another reason why most women stay with their abusers is culture. It's very important for us to note this. In many cultures in Africa, if you leave your husband's house, you are a disappointment. Even when you call your mom and tell your mom that this is what I'm going through, this is your parents. Even when you call your parents and say, oh, my husband is beating me, most of them will tell you, stay there. Don't bring us shame. None of your sisters have left their marriages. Stay there. Don't bring us shame. Stay in your marriage. Build your home. Or they will tell you, what did you do that he's beating you? So in such situations, the women have no choice than to stay, because culture says that it's a taboo for you to leave your husband's house. You failed if you leave your husband's house. They are going to term you as a failure. They are going to term you as a loser. Women will shame you. So all this culture, all these beliefs, all these things, it makes a woman to stay in an abusive relationship, because she's on her own if she leaves. Abused women need support. They need someone to stay there for them. They need someone to support them. And if they don't get that support, it's hard for them to overcome their abusers. And most time, culture doesn't help. This thing where your parents tell you even the day you're getting married, they tell you as you're going, make sure you don't come back. With such things being said to you, if you go and your husband is abusive, how will you go back? Even when you go back, sometimes they take you back there. Especially in a situation where the man takes care of your parents and your parents are poor. The man is their only source of wealth, and they can't allow you live. Culture, and greed, all of these things, it helps them to stay in that abusive relationship and suffer. The next thing is children. The reason why most women stay in the abusive relationship is because of their children. Oh, I thought about my children. How would they live without their father? They love their father so much. I want my children to grow up with a dad. I want my child to grow up with a father figure. But they forget to even think about the fact that it's not only about growing up with a father figure, but growing up with the right father figure. It's also important. So most of these women, they want their kids to grow up with fathers in their lives because they want their children to be better. So they are thinking like, if I take my children and leave, it means I'm robbing them of their father. So they put their pain and despair and agony in that abusive relationship aside, and then they think about their children and they stay. So I know of many women who stayed in an abusive relationship or in an abusive marriage because of their children. Many women have done it, and many women are doing it. They stay because of their children. So if you want to help such women, you need to be able to make them understand otherwise. You need to be able to divert their mind, to change their thinking, for them to know that it's not only about the kids having a father, but it's more important about the kind of father, because it's even better for your kids to grow up without a father than to grow up with the wrong father. Last one I'm going to mention for this video is not like that all, but the last one for this video is love in quotes. I say love in quotes because love is respect. And if someone says they love you and they don't respect you, then they don't love you, because love is not feelings. Love is not emotion, because most times when we feel something, do you say that I feel something, I feel butterfly in my stomach, I feel this, you say you are in love or whatever thing, So the misinterpretation of what love is what makes those women stay in a relationship. And to them, they love the person. It's not even like they don't love, they truly love the person, but the person doesn't love them in return. The person abuses them, because love is respect. But in this case, because they love that person, because they love certain aspects of that person. Maybe they love the fact that he's cute, or maybe they love the fact that he has money, or maybe they just love him. But the fact that love is involved will make them, to stay in that abusive relationship. But you hear women say, but I love him, but I really do love him, but I really do love him, and things like that. He beats me, but I still love him. He's the father of my children. I still love, this I still love him thing, in quotes, love. That is what makes women to stay in abusive relationship. Love is respect. And if someone truly loves you, they won't disrespect you. But love is one of the reasons why women stay in abusive relationships, because they love that person. And sometimes they really do love the person, but they don't know when to stop loving that person. So in order for us to be able to help women in abusive relationships, if we take these things that I've mentioned into consideration, you look at the fact that they are fearful that their abuser might kill them. And in most cases, it has been proven true that most women who try to leave their abusers have been killed. Number two, the next thing is you look at the fact that they are thinking about their children. You look at the fact that the culture they are in does not permit them to just leave. You look at the fact that they have this love for this man, and look at the fact that they don't have any money, or they don't know how have the resources to start over. So when you look at all these aspects that I've mentioned then you'll be able to address an abusive relationship rightly. So when you're going to help someone in an abusive relationship, you are looking at it from this aspect. If it's not money, is it shame? If it's not shame, is it fear? If it's not fear, is it love? So you ask this question when you know where that person is. If you know that it's because the person loves the person, then you try to make the person understand, what love really is, and the person to learn how to love themselves rightly. Because when the reason why they're saying I love this person is because they don't really understand what love is, because they don't really love themselves in reality. They don't really know what love is because they don't love themselves. So you take these things into consideration, and then that's when you're able to put your resources together to help these women in abusive relationships. Thank you all so much for listening. I thank you for your attention. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you won't miss out on any video I make. Thank you all so much, and may God continue to bless you guys. See you next week for another video. Bye bye.